And in a moment, I'll guide you through a few tools that'll help you do exactly that. But before we begin, it's important to lay a foundation. I want you to know that rest is not just biological, rest is spiritual. When we understand more of how God designed our bodies, we learn to care for what He created. We begin working with our design, with God's design, instead of against it. And that allows us to then connect more deeply with God, with ourselves. And as I've been trying to emphasize, then we can connect more deeply with the people we love. Scripture, and I'm not sure if you guys have this prepared, but Scripture reminds us that rest is an invitation. It is not a reward for exhaustion. Matthew 11:28 says, "Then Jesus said, 'Come to me, all you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest.'" Notice that Jesus does not shame the weariness. He names it, and he offers rest as care. I also want to acknowledge something that many women, especially mothers and caregivers, carry. Caregiving actually changes our nervous system. Your brain, when you're in a caregiving role, either as a mother or caring for aging parents, becomes more vigilant. Sleep becomes lighter, and your body learns to stay ready. Some mothers can hear a child through the walls while they're sleeping, right? You guys are laughing, yes. And that's not just instinct, that is God's design. And if you are raising children or caring for aging parents and have any emotional or medical or mental health needs, that vigilance is even stronger. So for many mothers and caregivers, rest does not happen accidentally. It requires intentionality, and it has to also be supported. God never designed us to carry life alone. In Galatians 6:2, the word says, "Share one another's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ." Community, asking for help, receiving help, that is not a weakness. That is wisdom. We regulate, our nervous systems regulate better together. And I want to be honest. Even though I share the science, this is really hard for me. Really top of mind, salient example, this week, actually yesterday, I had part 2 of my daughter's IEP eligibility meeting. And so I don't ramble. I'm going to go back to my notes because it's really emotional for me. Many of you know that those meetings are not just appointments. They are emotional marathons, and that was the case. Forms and emails and advocacy and resistance just to get to that table. And there was so much resistance. I remember sitting at my computer late one night. It was 4 weeks ago. It's been a process. And my heart was racing, and tabs were open everywhere on my computer, and I'm replaying conversations in my mind, but then I'm also rehearsing conversations that how things should go. And as a person with clinical anxiety, you can imagine it's even bigger and worse than that what I could deal with or navigate at that time. My body was exhausted, but my brain would not slow down. Tight chest, shallow breathing. I had a nervous system that forgot that it was allowed to rest. Maybe you've had moments like this.